Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a eyeshadow palette declutter. So this is what my eyeshadow palette drawer looks like. Let me readjust that. So I'm gonna start off with the palette I used today, which I'm not getting rid of. It is the I Pinky Promise palette by Violet Voss. Hold on, let me adjust the lighting. Sorry. I don't mess with my ring light too much. Okay, that's better. And then another palette I know I'm not getting rid of is the Car Beauty Starry Eyes palette. It's a eye and cheek palette. I use this one mostly for the contour shade, which is this one right here. I use that every day. One I am going to be getting rid of, though, is the Nomad Venice Simplon Express. I'm getting rid of this one because I have shades like these three, like this one, this one, this one. I actually have a lot of these in my, I think I have all of them in a couple different palettes. So, like, they're really pretty. Like, this green is super pretty. It's called Grand Sweet. And so is Venus is super pretty, too. Like, there they are. Here's Venice. And that's... what was that one called? Grand Sweet. Another one I know I'm not getting rid of is the Morphe James Charles palette. I love this palette. I'm sure you all know what this looks like, but if you don't, here it is. So this is a keeper, so I'm going to put the ones that I'm keeping behind me. Let's see. I think I'm going to get rid of the Lemonade Craze by Maybelline. I just don't really, I mean, I have a lot of these colors, like I said, in different palettes. Like, some of these I don't have, but I feel like, I mean, Maybelline has pretty decent quality eyeshadows, but I feel like I could get more pigmentation out of some other palettes. So that's a no-go. This is the Too Faced Natural Lust. I got this a couple years ago at TJ Maxx, and it just doesn't really inspire me anymore. Like, I really like this shade Peacocking, but it's not that pigmented. This one, I know for a fact I'm getting rid of. This has hardly any pigment. It's a gorgeous palette. It's also by Car Beauty, and it is the Havana Club palette. Like, they look really pretty in the pan, but some of them, when you swatch them, there's like hardly anything there. Like, you have to dig your finger into it. Like, Cloud 9 is really pretty. Okay, that's decent. But like Mermaid Tail, which is this one right here, has like, it looks pretty on the finger, but when you swatch it, there's like hardly anything. It's this one right here, and then this one is Cloud 9. So this palette's kind of a hit or miss, but it's a miss for me. And unfortunately, I will not be keeping it. A lot of these palettes I've either gotten through Ipsy, or I've got them from I've got them from Marshalls or TJ Maxx. This one I got in an Ipsy bag, and I know I'm getting rid of it because kind of like the one I just showed you, it doesn't have much pigment. I'm not sure if I already said, but this is the Illuminati X Isa Glam palette. Here's another one I'm getting rid of, which is the BH Cosmetics Mrs. Bella at the Dark Side. It's a eyeshadow, blush, and highlighter palette. I don't know if this was just a bad batch or if I've never tried BH Cosmetics items ever, but I just really like the pigmentation on these. One I'm keeping is the Nikita Dragon Morphe palette. I really like this palette. I just used, there's a similar shade in here to the, oh no, I'm thinking of a different palette, I'm sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. I really like this palette. I got it at TJ Maxx for 20 bucks a couple months ago, or about a month ago. This one, let's see. Oh, that's super pretty. I think I'm going to keep this one. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette, because I really like this purple right here and that one right there. Another one I know I'm keeping is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the Riviera palette. I'm keeping all of my Anastasia palettes. I only have 3, excuse me, but I love the formula of Anastasia's products. That's what that looks like. And then here are the other two, which is, this is the Modern Renaissance. This is my first high-end eyeshadow palette that I've ever gotten. So I want to keep it for memories. And then this is the third palette I have. It's the Subculture. That's what that looks like. Here's one I know I'm gonna get rid of. This is the Dito Persephone palette. These hardly have any pigment. The only shade I really like is this one, which is the Pressed Glitter. But it doesn't even swatch that well. Like, it's right there. Like, it looks pretty on the finger, Let me do it on my other hand. I'm running out of room to switch on my one hand. Like, here it is on the finger. I'm not trying to flip you guys off, but it just, I don't know. I don't really like it. Plus, some of them feel like clay, and I don't really like that. Or they feel like they're made of gel or something. And I don't really like that at all. Here's one I'm keeping. This is the palette I was talking about that has the same shade as the one in Peacocking in the Too Faced palette, which is this shade right here, which is called Element. I said I wasn't going to swatch with this hand. I'm so used to swatching with this hand. I guess I'll do it right here. Like, that has a lot more pigmentation. Where is it? Right there. This one I'm keeping. It is the Too Faced Pretty Rich. Another one I really like. And then my two Wet n Wild palettes that I'm keeping, or that I have, I'm keeping both of them. This is the Nude Awakening. Oops. This is the Nude Awakening. And then this is the Rosé in the Air. This one reminds me of the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. Let's see which one. Let's see another one I'm getting rid of. Here's one. Violet Voss Windflower. Fun size. I just don't reach for palettes like this. Like I said, I have a, like, I really like this shade right here. But I don't want to keep it just for one shade. This one I'm keeping. This is the Cella Limited Edition Divine Purpose palette. I really like this palette. I like this shade right here, which is this one, which is Goddess in Training. It is a super pretty gold. Like, there it is. And then here's another one I'm getting rid of, which is the Maybelline Soda Pop. I'm not going to open it. You can see it through the lid thing. Well, I shouldn't say I like this brand. I've only tried their foundation, but this is the Il Makiage Color Boss Squad and Make Moves. These are not that pigmented for my liking. They're super soft. The packaging is super sturdy, but they're just not as pigmented as I want them to be. And then There's one more palette I'm getting rid of, and then the rest of these I'm keeping. This one is the Cara Beauty Party Girl palette. I think this is just too bright for me. Like, I really like this shade in the middle. It's the pressed glitter. There. How do you see? Let's see. Here we go. But I just don't really reach for those colors that often. This one I really like. It's the Hip Dot Witchy Warms. There's that one. I'm sure, I think I have a couple of shades like this in other palettes, but I just like Hip Dot's formula. This one is by The Balm. It's The Balm and the Beautiful, episode 1. Here's what that looks like. I really like this shade, which is Roll Credits. And I love this shade, Autograph. Where is it? Autograph. Right here. There's those two. And then this one is by Muse Cosmetics. I've never tried this brand. I've never heard of it. I'm not sure where it's from. But this is the Golden Era eyeshadow palette. I got this from one of my friends from California. She also has a YouTube video, or channel, I'm sorry. Her YouTube name is Bonbons Halls. And we send cards back and forth to each other. She sends me some things. I've sent her and her kids a couple things. This is the Lime Crime Venus 2. There's what that looks like. I have this shade in the e.l.f. palette, but... or maybe it's not the same. Let me see. Yeah, it's the same. But I don't have other colors like this in this palette, or like this in this palette, so I'm going to be keeping that. And then the last palette I'm going to be keeping is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. I really like this shade and this one. So altogether, I am getting rid of 12 palettes, and I'm keeping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, plus the 2 over here, so that's 18. So I think I did an okay job. Maybe in the future I'll go through it again and see if I want to get rid of any more. But that's all I have for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.